Welcome to Bangkok. I'm out here in the kind of north, I guess it's northeast outskirts, somewhere near Minbury, only because that's easier to pronounce than Khao Nao Yao, How Now Brown Cow. So it's been the first week, and I've taken some pictures and I've made some videos, and now I need to get to the point where we're putting them together. I managed to damage my little selfie stick in transit, so I need to get that replaced as well. So things are going good. This is kind of an experimental trip in some ways, as I'm here trying to secure some teaching work, and I've had a few interviews already and even had a chance to substitute. You'll see that later on. The big part of this also was the nutritional component and exercise as well. Normally when I visit Thailand, this will be, I think, my 10th time. I tend to be fairly active because of the amount of walking and stairs and so forth that they have to engage in. And typically if I'm on holiday, I also get to do a little bit of cycling as well and weightlifting, and hopefully I'll get to that point once things kind of stabilize for us. I'm visiting an old friend, a colleague from China, and her condo is not too far from this area here. It's kind of a giant shopping mall, so it has two parts to it. So, you know, I'm living at the mall basically for this past week, and trying to get acclimated to things. What I can tell you is, since I've been here for the week, I haven't taken any kind of medication, like, over the counter, obviously, for Aleve or Tylenol or anything like that. It's funny because I left the States with an acute case of bursitis in this shoulder right here, which was virtually frozen on the plane by the time I got off, and was useless for about the first day, and then it just literally went away. I think the heat has a lot to do with the situation. It's famous for being pretty steamy here in the Big Mango. The nutritional component, is of course the Banting diet of low carb, high fat, and that's actually it's easier to do here than I anticipated, and it's a good thing I've had lots of practice this past year, counting my calories and so forth on MyFitnessPal, and that's really helped because I can literally sit down at whatever, Mr. Donut or Krispy Kreme or whatever else, and just have my cup of black coffee or an Americano, no sugar. You got to make sure you ask for no sugar, because sometimes they like to put that in there, and so that's feels great that I have that kind of willpower after just over a year of tracking what I was eating and so forth. There's a lot of high-fat foods that are available here. The grass-fed butter is a real value because it's easier to import it from New Zealand to this location. So it's about 2/3 of the cost of what it is in the States. The eggs here are fantastic. I would assume that they're all somewhat farm-raised. Delicious, yellow yolks, deep yellow yolks like at the farm, and really nice egg white and so forth. So that's a big part of it. You can get things here. A lot of things are cooked in coconut oil, and that's pretty amazing. That's about the only thing that I found unusual as not being a good value, which is a better value, I should say, is the virgin coconut oil, at least in this location. I know down south, normally where we spend time, where they actually harvest it to make it there, it comes at a really good price. So I'm looking forward to getting down there and getting into that, because that'll make things a lot easier. Overall, it's been good this week. Been fairly active, fairly busy. As you can see, we're experiencing a nice storm right now. It's not raining yet, but it will again, torrentially. Pattaya flooded to the point of reaching the sea, so that was kind of interesting to see. I posted some of the pictures, and there's some other photos online as well that people have shared. So the other aspect of Banting here in Bangkok is, the fact that the majority of the expats and foreigners are from here. Most of them are vegetarians, especially the ones that are pretty active on the social media and so forth. So I'm a kind of a lone wolf in this case, and that's kind of nice because it gives me a chance to really put some of these things forward as far as weight loss. I got here just under 328, and I'd have to say that I've probably lost nearly a pound a day just because of the activity, and the diet has been super tight on the macros, somewhere above 65-70% in good fats. So that feels pretty amazing that I can really crank it up here and not be tempted by all the other nonsense. So I really don't have much else to say. I hate to be so scattered about things. It's just it's a bit overwhelming. It's always a little bit of culture shock, even though I've been here a few times, and I'm missing my wife very much, and things at home. Had my birthday on Tuesday, which was mildly uneventful in the sense that I'm just kind of waiting for her to get here before we can do things. So hopefully you can hear all this, and we'll go from there, and I will check in probably for sure in another week or so and let you know where I'm at with my progress and so on. So again, thanks. I appreciate your support, and whatever it is that you're doing that's working for you, then I'd say do that. Thanks.